Hi, welcome back to You Goddess. If you can't already tell by the title, this is a podcast because I started a podcast because I realized that during my speed build videos, I get into the zone of talking and then I can't stop, and then I have to add more time to the videos to finish what I was talking about. So, no better place to do that than to create a podcast. Now, typically, these will be longer and they're not scripted. I don't really script anything I do. But, they're not scripted, but they will have, like, little topics as a podcast would. Um, the title of this podcast was inspired, by the fact that, um, I don't want to, I, it's like a small world for me. Like everybody in my hometown like knows who I am and who my parents are. Like it's a small world. Like everybody knows it, and I'm just like, I don't want to say I'm famous because like that I'm not really, but people know me. Like people that I don't even know me. Like strangers. Um, yeah. What was I gonna say? So we're gonna cut the music because yeah, that just ruined it. Um, so we have announcements, a lot of announcements, but the most important announcement will be saved to the 20-minute mark because I need those minutes. So one, I don't know what that one's about. One is that I am thinking about doing videos of where I build your guys' houses in Bloxburg because it seemed like a good idea because I was my best friend asked me to build a house for her in Bloxburg, and I was like, wait, what if I do this for my subscribers, like for free, for the free? So I thought that would be nice, like set a budget for myself, like, and I would be paying for it most likely. So say like 50,000 or $100,000, build a house, whatever. And what was the other one? Obviously the podcast, like that's already here. I'm thinking I'll probably do these like whenever I get the chance. Like it won't be like a. It probably won't be a monthly thing, just so I can like fit different content into here. And I'm sorry I've been late on the uploads. It's just I don't have an excuse this time. Actually, it's just like I haven't got around to it. But yeah, this topic, I don't know how I came up with it. I just think about stuff and then it comes to me. I feel like I'm breathing too hard. I'm so sorry. Let's turn this down. Anyways, yeah, I just think about stuff and it comes to me, and I was thinking about the times where I started wearing makeup and whatever and whatnot, and like women double standards and stuff like that. So basically that's what this is about. There's a bunch of double standards and you know how poopy this world is. So basically I started wearing makeup when I was in the 7th grade, I believe. Mainly because of like I guess teasing. Let's use that word, teasing. Throughout middle school, because like middle school could be cruel. And when I came to middle school, like I came a year or two. Was it? It was 2 years before. Like no, fifth. Does middle school start at 5th grade? I'm pretty sure it starts at 5th grade, 5th or 6th grade. But I came to a new school during the time that middle school is starting, and I guess it was hard for me, and like I said, it was like the teasing things, and then I would see like a bunch of pretty people, just pretty people everywhere, because we love pretty people. And I guess something in me thought that I wasn't good enough. This sounds like I'm sulking. I'm so sorry. But yeah, something in me was just like, okay, I feel bad. Why do I feel like this? And I feel like it got worse after I got my first menstrual cycle, because I was hitting puberty, and before then, I also got teased a lot for being flat-chested, but I was like, I want to say I was like 8 or 9, so anyways, I got teased for being flat-chested, and then literally the summer after, the twins. So yeah, I just, especially like I said, especially when puberty hit, I was like, oh, okay. And when we went back to school for COVID, I think that was 6th or 7th grade. Was it? No, that had to be 7th grade. 7th grade. When we all came back from COVID, and I looked around at everybody and I was like, wow, everybody kind of had a glow up, and I still look the same. Okay. So yeah, and I didn't know how to cope with that. And then one day, I think I just got out of the shower or something, and I went into my bathroom drawer, and my mom gave me one of her, not old, but one of her drawers that she used to use, and put it in my bathroom. And I was like, okay. And then I went to the drawer. I guess I was trying to find some soap or something. Probably some toilet paper or soap or something. I don't know. And I saw a pack of never opened before razors, the 2-blade ones, and a pair of falsies. And that night I shaved. I didn't cut myself, okay? I was a little bit smart and watched a couple tutorials before I did it, but the point is I did it because if you guys didn't know, I'm Mexican Haitian and I grow hair. So I had a lot of armpit hair at the time because I was, like I said, after I got my first menstrual cycle, and I guess I wasn't too happy about that because, I didn't see a lot of women with a lot of under pit hair. I've never seen my mom with it, probably because she always shaves it. But yeah, oh my god, I need a burp so bad. Oh god. Anyways, and the next day of school, I rushed out of bed, and I remember getting up early, and my mom took me to school on time for once, and I hurried up to the bathroom, and I put the falsies on, and I walked out, and I felt pretty because I looked in my phone camera, and I felt pretty for once. And the first day I wore them, I got a lot of comments, but they weren't the comments that I used to get. Some of them were still a little bit teasing, what is she doing? She's about to fly away. and I remember getting looks, and I don't know, it just felt different. I felt really different. And then I guess after that I just couldn't stop for a while, and I guess my stepmom noticed. Why I was not supposed to Anyways, I guess she noticed one day, and she asked me, like, do it, like, she's okay that, like, when I wore makeup, she's okay with that, but she wanted to make sure that I was doing it for me, and then, like, that's probably the first time that I remember someone saying that I was pretty. So, yeah, I just think that a lot of girls go through that, and if they haven't, they are gonna go through that, or something similar, but they won't always have a person to tell them that they're pretty, you know? And if you have gone through that, I'm so sorry. And I am sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. And if no one else wants to tell you it, you're pretty, and you're handsome, and you're just a beautiful person. I was not expecting to cry. You're such a beautiful person without anything you're doing. You're such a beautiful person. And I just think it's unfair, especially for girls, to go through things like that. And it's not even for girls, because I know guys go through it too if they're not muscular enough, and if they're too skinny, and if they're too buff, then, you know, you need to eat less, or you should just be a football player or something. And they're not allowed to cry or show any emotion. They're supposed to be all laughs and, you know, giggles and joyful, I guess. And they don't get to have feelings, and that's not fair for, like, any male. I don't think any of us gets the credit we deserve. That was an over hard swallow. Oh god. Anyways, yeah, the makeup thing. Yeah, so I started wearing makeup when I was in 7th grade. And then I couldn't stop. And then I started feeling bad about my body in 7th grade too. Because after I became pretty, there was something else to pick at. And that thing was, you know, my body. So I started eating less, and that's not good. I probably should have. I'm gonna put a trigger warning at the beginning of the video, but basically I started eating less, and then my two best friends, Angie and Adri. I'm sorry if you didn't want me to say your names. I'm sorry, baby. They were telling me that it's not good, and then they said, if you don't eat, then we don't eat. And I was like, okay, I'll eat. And so I would eat lunch with them, and then I would go to the bathroom, and then I would pull up. Jesus Christ, such a so emotional. I'll put up those videos on YouTube about how to make yourself throw up if you had food poisoning. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I guess it wasn't, I don't know. I guess, like, I wanted that, like, I don't know, like Kim Kardashian body, where, like, she has the boobies, she has the booty, but, like, there's no waist, no stomach, and I guess at the time I didn't realize that that's like a fake body, like no real woman looks like that. Like with the everything naturally. And if you do, props to you, because whoa. I guess I didn't realize that then, and I guess that hurt me a lot. Yeah. And that part kind of spread it into my 8th grade year, and then naturally, I just started eating less, and for like half the year, and then like the other part, I started like feeling more confident. I started feeling more confident, but like, I understand like when you have events coming up, you have to prepare your body to like look good. So like our 8th grade events were coming up, and I know where certain members were coming from, but you know, I don't think it was the best way to go. But yeah. Yeah. Words hurt people a lot, and the funniest thing is that they don't realize it. The person that's being hurt doesn't realize that they've been hurt until like one small thing happens, like you drop your pencil and all of a sudden you're wailing on the floor. Like, it's when something small happens, and then you realize that you've been hurt, and you look at yourself and you're like, oh, I'm hurt. Okay. And then you seal it up with a band-aid and a pretty little bow. And you try to hide it from everybody. And that's another double standard. Like, always being that happy friend. You know? Type of person that always like bursts into the room with like a smile and like a joyful yell, and you're trying to keep everybody else happy, but like really you're so frustrated and you just like want to slap everybody. Like, I don't know if you get that, but yeah. And like nobody gets it when you snap, like when you snap at them and you don't mean it. It's really not them, but it's just like you and all the things, I'm trying not to swear, all the things that you've kept just bottled in there and told yourself that it's fine. When it's not fine, you know? I did not expect to cry, but it's not fine. And you know it's not, and you want to let it go, but you can't because you don't know how. You know, when is the time to let it go? You just want to be there for everybody and make everybody laugh. But you don't know how to make yourself laugh anymore. Yeah. This podcast just took a really dark turn. We're almost at the 20-minute mark, so I get to finally announce to you guys, and get out of whatever this is. Yeah. And, I haven't been feeling too hot, like with a lot of things. It's like I am, but I'm not. And I feel like I am because, like, I'm gaslighting myself into thinking that I am feeling okay all the time. And I've got so good at gaslighting myself that I gaslight other people so well. Yeah. I guess my mind's been in a dark place about a lot of things. because of a lot of things that have happened and since November. And every time I mention it to a person, it gets discarded like nothing. And everybody that does seem to care doesn't know how to care. And that's okay, because sometimes I get that, you know, you just don't know what to do or what to say, but you feel for that person. Yeah. Anyways, this is getting depressing. So basically, I'm gonna get a tissue. Hold up. Wait, I can't. Wait, where's my tissue? 1 second. So basically, I don't play Royal High anymore. You probably established that. I haven't made a Royal High video since the Rapunzel thing I did, which was, no, that wasn't even Royal High, that was Bloxburg. No, that was New Year's that I did a Royal High video. But basically, the point is, I don't play it anymore. And I have a bunch of stuff. I do not have any Halos, so don't even ask. Oh, shoot. Oh, God. Okay. But I have a lot of stuff. And a lot of, like, rare, I guess you would say rare stuff. And a bunch of junk, too. So, since I don't play, I was thinking we could do another thing like how we did with the Adopt Me giveaway. When I hit 100 subscribers, I gave away all my Adopt Me stuff. So I was thinking once I hit 200, I will give away my Roy High stuff to any lucky 20 people. You could pick, I don't know, I have to count how much stuff I actually have, but I will distribute it and divide it, and whatever amount that is, you get to pick whatever, as many items as I end up naming from my inventory, and you get to pick it and keep it, and that would be it to any 20 people, since there's 200 subscribers. Or it might be 10. I might do 10 because 20 might be a stretch. Sure, I'll probably do 10. And I will be on live stream too, like I was with the Adopt Me giveaway. Oh, God. My falsies are wet. Yeah. So, yeah, that's your announcement. It's not anything too... I'm sorry. It's not anything too spectacular. My legs hurt really bad. But, yeah. I got a headache now. Oh, my falsies are literally coming off by the hinges. Well, it's time for you to go bye-bye. Oh my God. That's the easiest they've ever come off. Anyways. Did you hear that? Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna be a white person today. Yeah, I'm kind of lost right now. Another double standard, mental health. Pretending that you're fine. Yeah. And I don't want to be like that one kid with the wallpaper, don't touch my phone, I'm depressed. Like, I'm not trying to be like that, but it is a serious thing where people act like they're fine and they don't express their feelings. And it's also another problem when you express your feelings, but in the wrong way or at the wrong time, you know. And I don't know, it's just sometimes I don't know if I'm a bad person or not, or if I'm just like genuinely not understanding of people and the human race and how we act. I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not, or a communist is the wrong word. I just know it. I don't know if that makes me a bad person, but I don't agree with everything we do to people, to each other, and I just don't think a lot of things are right that we do in this world. And yeah, that's just my opinion though, but there's something I wanted to say. It just slipped my mind completely. Right. So after 8th grade, I love how I'm switching topics. After 8th grade, the body image thing, I started feeling confident in my body again for whatever reason, and it was okay for a while, and then there were like little friendly jokes or whatever, I guess, and there still are, but they still hurt me, but I just stopped trying to say something, and just kind of, dealt with it, I guess. I don't know, because, I just figured that they're always going to be there anyway, and you already fought it once, so if you're getting ignored, why not just leave it alone, Yeah. Yeah. And I miss my best friends a lot. I miss them so much. Like, it's crazy. I didn't know moving to high school would, like, change so much. Like, I thought we'd all still be in touch. Which is another thing. Like, you think that someone's gonna be there forever, and then I guess you just grow apart, which is okay. But sometimes it feels like they're pulling away, or you're not pulling towards them enough. Like, you're not trying hard enough, Yeah. Yeah, you can't tell if it's like you or them, or if it's the two of you, or if it's neither of you, and it's nobody, and you're just grown out of each other, maybe, or maybe they don't have time for you, or maybe you don't have time for them anymore. You gotta come to that truth. But you do have time, but you just don't know how to spend it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. This podcast was supposed to be like really happy and cheerful, but this is what happens when you try and record a video at 11 at night, 2 days before your period. So, this is what you're dealing with. Stick with it. Another thing I want to talk about is not getting respect from really anyone, but mainly like friends and family. Not getting respect from them, but for some reason you're obliged to give respect to them regardless. I don't think that's fair, especially if you're sympathizing with a friend over something that happened, and something happens to you, and you're brave enough to come to them about it, and they don't do the same for you. For one, that's not a friend, but two, I don't think that's right. And with all that being said, I wanted to end these last 10 minutes off with, I guess, a sign of hope that if you are being treated like this and people are treating you badly and you're having enough, it's okay to drop them. And I wouldn't say like go all ballistic on it, but like secretly leaving like little signs or hints, and then like eventually just like low-key dropping them would be alright. That sounds like something I would do. But yeah. And another thing is this is for my men out there. If you're insecure about something and you voice that opinion to somebody and they call you like weak or scary or whatever, don't listen to them, because you're still human and you are still a man or a male or whatever you want to be, beautiful human. You are still you, and you shouldn't let anybody change that. You shouldn't let people make you think that you're not worthy enough because you have some issues. Everybody has issues, and everybody has something that they're fighting, and it's okay for you to have something, and to my women, my females out there, I want you to know that you are enough, and you are very beautiful, and you are worth so much, and don't sell yourself for a dime, because you are like a gold bar. So, and that same thing goes for men too. Don't sell yourself short. And to everybody, I want you to learn how to love yourself more. During my hard times when I started in 7th grade, I had a journal, kind of like a therapy journal, and I started writing, and I would write all the time about any feelings I had, anything that happened that bothered me, or anything that made me happy, anything from years ago that I just wanted to talk about. I would write it down. And it wasn't even 7th grade when I started. I think it was about 5th or 6th grade. And in the span of that time, I went through about 7 or 8 journals total. And I'm being so serious. And I would just write all the time, as much as I could. And that also helps with your academics, but along with that, it helps your mental health. And for a person that doesn't go to therapy and is kind of scared to ask to go to therapy, because I don't want to be asked, what did you tell them? Or, why do you want to go so bad? I don't want to. But I think my mom was questioning me. She's always asking me, do you want therapy? But yeah, I think that it's good to keep a therapy journal. And it's okay to cry, and it's okay to laugh, and it's okay to read back at your therapy journals and see how far you came along. I'm sorry. And then it's along with the therapy journal, there's something else I used to do. I remember at one point I made little kind of cards for myself whenever I were feeling down, and just put something nice that on there. And I'm the type of person that, because people tell me that, oh my god, anyways, people tell me that I'm pretty all the time. I get that a lot, especially nowadays. People tell me I'm pretty a lot, so I don't like it when people tell me that I'm pretty, but I love it more when people tell me that my personality is pretty, and that I'm a pretty person on the inside. That for some reason, character is way better than physical appearance to me. Personalities are beautiful. When you have a beautiful personality. So in the cards, I would put you're a beautiful person, or not, your soul is a beautiful person. You have a beautiful soul, and I would keep them in. I don't even know where I would keep them, but I would keep them someplace. And whenever I was feeling upset, I would go in and pick a random card, and ta-da! So yeah, I say all this to emphasize how you should start loving yourself, because everybody, especially people in my age group, we don't have time to love ourselves because we're, at least the good ones, I'm not throwing shade, I don't know what you're talking about, but most of us, most people in general, we don't have time to love ourselves because we're always trying to find a place to love others and take care of other people that you care about, and you're always so worried about other people that you forget to worry about yourself. And when you forget to worry about yourself, you forget to find help for yourself. And if you don't find help for yourself, eventually you're gonna look up and you're gonna realize that, oh, I'm broken and I can't fix it, just like how I said earlier. You realize that you're hurt, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm hurt, and you can't do anything about it but slap a band-aid and a ribbon, and that's just like the end of it. I need you guys to start appreciating yourself and realize that you're doing a lot for people, and it's okay to take a down break, and don't let people, parents, guardians, like family, friends, strangers, don't let them tell you that you don't deserve a break because you already have a break, because nobody is living your life, nobody, and they don't have what you have. They have their own thing, and that doesn't mean that they don't have struggles too. It's probably that they have so many struggles that they just they compare yours to theirs, and oh my god, that they compare their struggles to yours, and that's not fair, but they don't realize that they're doing it. And as we close off, I am a Christian, if you guys don't know, but it's literally in my Bible, so I want to end off with a Bible verse, just for you guys and a little bit for me. Hebrews 11:11. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. And basically, what that means to me, like, I analyze poems, so I'm pretty good at this stuff. Oh my god, that got super loud, I'm so sorry. Basically, what that means to me is, your confidence in God or yourself or whatever you believe in, whatever that may be, that confidence is the foundation of believing what you don't see. Like I said, whatever that is, it could be God, or you don't see God, or a better tomorrow, you don't see tomorrow, you haven't been in tomorrow yet, or a change in your life, you haven't experienced that yet. So what I think that means is let faith be your foundation to help you just stand still. And sometimes sometimes you just need to stand still, and that is okay. But also remember that faith without works is dead, which basically means that if you're praying or like wishing for something, and you're just sitting and you're just waiting and you're just expecting God to like, oh, here you go, happy birthday, you have to work towards that. But I'm also saying don't overwork yourself, and I know that sounds very confusing, but I need you to take it slow on yourself, because I know you've been working hard, and it's okay. And know that I'm always here for you. And if you guys do need someone to talk to, you can always go into my email, the one I use for this channel mainly. Let me look it up before we close out. The one I use is don'tm7850@gmail.com if you guys ever need to talk or send a confession or whatever. And before we close out, I wanted to make one more announcement that I will be doing my first vlog video in March. I will be spending a day in New York City. It's my first plane ride. I'm super nervous, but I plan on recording the whole thing, and I hope it goes well. And with all that being said, I'm closing out. Love you. Bye.